Hello dear friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about the rules for assigning the oxidation number or oxidation states one. Okay, so in the previous lecture, we have studied about the oxidation number one. So there we have defined the oxidation number as an real or imaginary charge which is exhibited by atom in the molecule due to the transfer of the electrons one. Is it right? This is in short. Okay, so this is the meaning of your oxidation number one. Again, the importance of the oxidation terms one. Is it right? We know that though we have introduced the oxidation number term, it does not neglect all the previous concepts that we have studied in the previous lectures one, such as your old and classical concept and the electron transfer concept. Oxidation number one. Again remember, there is importance to the oxidation number or the oxidation state one. We can able to find out the redox reaction in your molecular compound, okay, that may be ionic or that may be the covalent one, by your oxidation number or the oxidation states one. Now for that one, we must assign the rules. Calculate the oxidation number in the molecule, and on the basis of that oxidation number, we can find out the redox reaction, that is which process is the oxidation process, which process is the reduction process, or whether the given reactions involve the redox reactions or not one. So this is another importance of your oxidation number term one. Okay, now let us start with the rules for assigning the oxidation number one. So there are the few 7 to 8 rules which are given. Let us start with the first rule, that is, now first is that the oxidation number of atom of a element in free elemental state is always 0. Okay, so here the two words are very important: free elemental state, and it is always 0 1. Okay, for example, I am going to consider the example for this one, that is O2, then P4, then S8, then calcium, then nitrogen, comma O3, comma zinc. Okay, so these are the few elements that I have shown here one. Remember, all these elements, okay, these are very few one, but all these elements exhibits the oxidation number always 0. So they have the oxidation number always 0 1. Okay, now remember, free elemental state means what? In the nature, they are found in the form of either the single atom or in the combined atom one. Okay, we know that oxygen always found with the combination one, that means 2 oxygen atom. Phosphorus in the nature found in the form of a P4 one. S8, that is sulfur, always found in the form of a S8. Okay, calcium, nitrogen, and rest of the other elements, okay, they either monoatomic or maybe the diatomic one. Okay, so that is their free state, that is nothing but the free state one. So our rule number first says that whatever may be the element which is found in the free state, they always have the oxidation number 0. Keep it in your mind one. Okay, now let us start with the rule number second one. So rule number second that we are going to consider now. Okay, the oxidation number of monoatomic ion is always equals to charge on it. Okay, so here I am using the word monoatomic ion. You know what is my monoatomic? Single atom having either the positive charge or the negative charge one. That is nothing but your monoatomic ion. Now let us consider the example for this one. For example, Na plus, okay, then Ca plus 2, okay. Now next Cl minus, next S2 minus, okay. So these are your monoatomic ion one, and whatever the charge which is present, that is nothing but their oxidation number. For example, sodium plus ion will have the oxidation number as an +1, so it will have the oxidation number +1. Now obviously, as it is having the 2 positive charge, its oxidation number will be +2. Okay. Then next, what about this chlorine? Chlorine having a -1 charge. Okay, that's why its oxidation number is -1. Then sulfur, here the oxidation number will be -2, as it is having a -2 charge one. So this is very simple rule one. Monoatom, if they are having the charge, we are using the word ion. Ion will have either positive charge or the negative charge. Whatever may be the charge which is present on the ion is nothing but its oxidation. Start with the rule number third one. Okay, so rule number 3. Now what about the rule number 3? Remember, the oxidation number for an atom of a element in molecule may be negative, comma positive, comma integer or fractional one. Again, very simple rule, fractional. Okay, so this is very important part for us: negative, positive, integer or fractional one. We know that negative and positive, you already know it one. Integer, that means our simple digits 1 2 3 4. Okay, fraction means what? 1.5, 1.3 and something in the fraction one. What is the example that we are going to consider now? Okay, so fraction means 1.2, 1.3. Okay, now let us consider the example for this one. Example, that is S4O6 2 minus. It is ion one. Okay, S4O6 2 minus, and let us consider another simple example, HNO3. Okay, you don't know the exact all rules one, but I will tell you here. If I am going to calculate the oxidation number for this sulfur, it is found to be 2.5. That means it is in fraction. 2.5 is a fractional number, so it is having a -2 oxidation number. Oxygen have the -2 oxidation number. Here it is having a +1 oxidation number. Okay, number is in plus, here it is in minus. Now here oxygen have a -2 oxidation number, and if I am going to consider, it will have a +5 oxidation number. So this is our simple rule one. Oxidation number may be negative, positive, fractional or simple integers one. Okay, no doubt it is in the integers. So that is your rule number 3. So now next, that is our rule number 4. Now it is again very simple rule. The oxidation number of hydrogen atom is either +1 or -1. Okay, either +1 or -1. Okay, let us find out when the oxidation number of hydrogen atom is +1 and when is the -1. Okay, now remember, when the hydrogen atom bonded to metal, okay, bonded to metal, its oxidation number is always -1. Its oxidation number 1 is always -1. And now next, that is when the hydrogen atom bonded to non-metal, okay, bonded to non-metal, comma, its oxidation number is always +1. Okay, so this is again very simple rule. Hydrogen having oxidation number either +1 -1. Now when hydrogen is attached to the metal, its oxidation number is -1, and when it is attached to the non-metal, its oxidation number is +1. Okay, so you have to remember, let's consider the simple example regarding this one. Okay, for example, HCl, HCAH, comma, LiH and HOH. So these are the few examples that we are going to consider here. Okay, HCl, chlorine is a electronegative element. Okay, so remember, it is a non-metal, your carbon family, nitrogen family, oxygen family. Okay, then your halogens one, they all act as a non-metal. Hence, whenever the hydrogen atom bonded with the non-metal, its oxidation number is considered to be always +1. Okay, by our rule. Okay, then next, now in the next example, now here calcium act as a metal. We know that your first group element and the second group elements act as a metal, is it right? So they have tendency to donate the electron. So if the metal attach with the hydrogen atom always shows -1. So here hydrogen will show the oxidation number -1. Now here it will also show the oxidation number -1. Lithium is again metal, hence its oxidation number will be -1. Is it right? Now another simple example, water molecule HOH. Here oxygen is a non-metal. Okay, so here obviously it will show the oxidation number +1. Okay, this hydrogen atom will also show the oxidation number +1. So these are the few examples by which we can justify this particular rule. Next, rule number 5. Okay, so here the oxidation number of oxygen atom usually -2 in all of its compounds. Okay, in all of its compounds. Okay, that is nothing but all oxides compound one. Okay, except peroxide ion or except peroxides and superoxides. Okay, so that is our rule number 5th. Peroxide molecules are ions, peroxides molecules are the ions, and superoxides molecules or the ions shows oxidation number -1. So this is simple one exception here for the peroxide molecules or the ions and the superoxide molecules or the ions one. Okay, now what this rule says, oxidation number of oxygen atom is always -2 in all of its compound except peroxides and the superoxides. Now let us consider example, then you will understand what I mean. Okay. For example, CaO, okay, then HOOH, comma, okay, let us consider a very simple example, that is KO2. Okay, so in all these compound, okay, the oxidation number is variable one for your oxygen atom. Now this is nothing but your calcium oxide. Okay, now obviously its oxidation number will be -2 here, this part. Now in the next example, this is the example of your peroxides one. Okay, we know that OO2 minus is considered as an functional group of your peroxide. Just consider it as a functional group, OO2 minus. That means what? Or we can write it as an OO single minus single minus. Is it right? So this is about your peroxide. So here obviously oxidation number of this oxygen atom will be -1. This will also have the -1. Okay. Now what about the superoxide? Okay, so this is about your peroxide. Now what about superoxide? What is the functional group of superoxide one? Now let us consider again very simple, OO single minus, okay, or is nothing but the superoxide. And now this is the example of your superoxide. Remember here obviously the oxidation number of your oxygen atom will be again -1. Okay, not -2. Now rest of the other, you can take magnesium oxide also, another example, that is your Mg. So here again there will be the oxidation number -2. Okay, as it is a oxide compound. So this rule is very simple. Remember, so many students makes the mistakes while considering the oxidation number for peroxides and the superoxides one. Okay, either it may be the molecule or it may be the ion one. Okay, so this is about your rule number 6. Here halogens, all halogen elements shows oxidation number -1 in all of its compounds. Okay, the exception is, this is very important, the exception is when these halogens are bonded to oxygen atom, it shows oxidation number +1. Okay, so this is simply the exception one. Generally your all halogen atom shows the oxidation number -1. Okay, so all halogens have the oxidation number -1, but when it is bonded to the oxygen atom, its oxidation number is considered as an +1. Now let us consider the example for this one. For example, if I am going to consider the example very simple, that is HF, okay, then I am going to consider the next example as an COCl, okay, and the next one OCl, okay, HOCl. So this is the three example. Let us find out the oxidation number for your halogen atoms one. You can take KBr, so many other examples also. We know that in all other compounds, halogen shows the oxidation number -1, okay. So here you can take KBr example also, you can take any example, but here as fluorine is attached with the hydrogen atom, its oxidation number will be -1. Now in the next example, here the two chlorines are bonded with the oxygen atom one, okay. Now due to that one, the chlorine will show its oxidation number +1. Here again chlorine will show its oxidation number +1, okay. Again here this oxygen atom is bonded with the chlorine, so obviously its oxidation number will be +1, okay. Though this rule is very short, okay, but you have to remember the exception. This is very important, keep it in your mind one, okay, while solving the problem it will be very helpful. Rule number 7, it says that the algebraic sum of all atoms in a neutral molecule is always 0, okay. It is a little bit different rule one, is always 0. Now consider the example first and then we will go to the statement one. For example, if I consider the examples one, let us take that example, that is HOCl. So this particular molecule is made up of hydrogen atom, oxygen atom and the chlorine atom one, okay. And now this particular molecule do not have any charge one, it is the neutral molecule, and hence its oxidation number is considered to be 0. But let us oxidation number is 0 or not 1. So in short, this rule say that the oxidation number of hydrogen plus oxidation number of oxygen, okay, plus oxidation number of chlorine equals to 0. So that is our statement. In short, the algebraic sum of all atoms in a neutral molecule is 0, 1, okay. That means in short, neutral molecule have the oxidation number equals to 0, 1. Now we have already studied the rules for this one. Let us find out whether that oxidation number is 0 or not 1. We know that hydrogen atom, when it is attached to the non-metal, okay, if it is attached to the non-metal, obviously its oxidation number will be the +1. So here its oxidation number will be the +1, okay. I will show it as a +1. Oxidation number of oxygen atom is -2, okay, because it is not peroxide ion one. Again, the oxidation number of your chlorine, when chlorine attached to the oxygen atom, its oxidation number will be the +1. Now if we do the sum of these particular integers one, that will be equals to 0. +1 -2 +1 +1 +1 will be +2, and this is -2, that is equals to 0. So that is our rule. So now last rule, that is rule number 8, okay, rule number 8. So here this rule says that the sum of all atoms in polyatomic ion is equal to is equal to net charge on that ion. Okay, so this is the theoretical statement of your rule number 8. The algebraic sum of all atoms in polyatomic ion is equals to net charge on that ion 1. Now let us consider example first of all. For example, simple example, SO4 2 minus ion, you can consider CO3 2 minus ion, and you can take any other examples also. So what is the meaning of this particular rule 1? Remember, this is your polyatomic ion. As we know that this particular ion is made up of sulfur atom and the oxygen atom. Okay, that's why it is called as a polyatomic ion 1. Okay, now here the meaning of this particular statement is that the oxidation number of sulfur plus oxidation number of oxygen equals to charge on that ion. The charge is -2, therefore this is -2 1. Okay, so this is the simple meaning of this particular statement 1, but we are using the word algebraic sum. Okay, now let us find out the oxidation number for sulfur, so that we will find out whether this -2 will be the charge on this ion or not 1. Okay, we know that we have the rules for oxygen atom. We know that in all other compounds the oxygen shows the oxidation number -2. Now how many oxygen atoms are there? 4. So I don't know the oxidation number of sulfur, so firstly we will calculate the oxidation number of the sulfur. For that one I am going to consider the oxidation number of a sulfur as an X plus 4 into oxidation number of oxygen atoms. So oxidation number is -2. I will show it in the parenthesis simply to understand you. Okay, now let us find out. Due to your rule number 8, we are going to consider the -2 charge, that is equals to -2. Therefore x minus 8 equals to -2. Therefore x equals to -2 plus 8. Therefore x equals to plus 6. So plus 6 is the oxidation number of your sulfur in this polyatomic ion 1. Now find out whether that if we put this value here, the charge must be equals to -2 1. Okay, now obviously oxidation number of your sulfur is 6. Okay, oxidation number of 4 oxygen atom, and we know that each oxygen atom shows oxidation number -2. Okay, now let us consider a simple mathematical calculations. We know that plus 6 minus 8 plus 6 minus 8, that will be equals to -2. So this is nothing but the algebraic sum of all atoms. So here sulfur and oxygen, therefore algebraic sum of all atoms equals to net charge on that ion 1. So this is your rule number 8, which is very simple. We have studied the 8th rule for assigning the oxidation number. But remember, there are the 3 important key points. You just remember, because it is not given in the rule. Now the first key point is that all alkali metals, that is your group first elements. Now which are that element? Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium always have the oxidation number +1. Okay, so in short, your group first element will show the oxidation number +1. Now second point, all alkaline earth metals, that is nothing but your group second element. Now which are the elements? One, barium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium. Okay, now second point, that is all alkaline earth metals, that is your group second element. Now which are that element? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium and barium always shows the oxidation number +2. In short, your group second element have the oxidation number +2. Okay, again remember point number 3, oxidation number may be fractional one. Okay, so oxidation number may be fractional, that we have studied actually in the rule 1. So this is about the key points for assigning the oxidation number 1, because this is useful while solving the numericals on the oxidation number 1. Now I have made a short summary of all the rules that we have studied here one, and this will be useful while studying the rules for assigning the oxidation number, and it will again helpful for you for solving the numericals on the oxidation number 1. So in short, we have studied the first rule. In that first rule, we know that the element of the so the first point, free elemental state, that means atom of a all element which is in the free elemental state, they always show the oxidation number 0. Okay, then next, monoatomic ion will show the oxidation number that will have a charge on its, whatever may be the charge, either positive or the negative, that charge or that charge. So the second rule, that is next one, polyatomic ion will show the oxidation number whatever may be the charge on it, either positive or the negative. Then third rule that we have considered, the oxidation number may be positive, may be negative, may be integer, or may be the fractional one. Okay. Then fourth rule, hydrogen shows the oxidation number either +1 or -1. Okay. When hydrogen attach with the metal, when hydrogen attach with the metal, okay, M for the metal, so it will show the oxidation number -1. When hydrogen attach with the non-metal, okay, when hydrogen attach with the non-metal, it will show the oxidation number +1. Okay. Then the next rule, that is rule number 5, about the oxygen atom. Oxygen atom shows oxidation number -2 in all of its compound except your peroxide ions or peroxide molecules. So O2 2-, that is nothing but O2 2-, or superoxide, that is nothing but O2 single-. Okay, they will show the oxidation number -1. Now next, all halogen shows the oxidation number -1 except when halogen is attached with the oxygen. X is for your halogen atom, it will show the oxidation number +1. Now next, rule number 7, for the neutral molecule, whatever may be the algebraic sum of all atoms, that will come as an 0, 1. In short, neutral molecule will show the oxidation number 0. Now for your polyatomic ion, its oxidation number will be charge on it 1. Okay, and now this is not the rule, but just for our summary, group first will show the oxidation number +1, while group second will show the oxidation number +2. That is very easy one. Group second +2, group first +1. That's it. Okay, and these are the elements that I have already shown here one. So this is about the rules for assigning the oxidation number 1. So thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video.